anybody who's heard the
Here we go. We are live. Hello and welcome to the Breaking Bitcoin Market Update. It's Friday. Whoa, it's July the 2nd, 2021. Yes, we cleared the month of June. Apologies, everybody. We weren't able to do the Thursday edition of the Breaking Bitcoin Market Update. You know how we love coming to you on a regular, very consistent basis. But sometimes, especially in the midst of the summer heat, things don't always go our way. Three of us really couldn't coordinate things on time yesterday. So, for various reasons, we had to suspend yesterday's show. But guys, we're back. We're seriously back. And we're glad to be with you guys ahead of the 4th of July weekend. Yep. Is it going to be fireworks? Is there going to be interesting developments on the charts this weekend, or is everybody going to check out from the trading terminal and crack a beer, flip open the barbecue lid, and get ready to grill some meat? Maybe not so much grill some gains, but of course, going to be discussing all things market forecast and more.
Yeah.
What's up?
Is it going to be bear on the grill or bull on the grill?
Yes. Is it the bear meat or bull meat? Yes, two very unconventional proteins we have marinating for you guys today. But of course, to discuss all this, we have our two head chefs in the kitchen standing by right now, preparing the dry rub. Alex and Jason, everybody. Let's hear from Alex here, head trader. What's up? How's the weekend? Well, the weekend forecast at least. You all prepped for 4th of July?
I'm mostly I'm just glad to finally be settled into a location, because I've had the move hanging over my head for a while, and now the move is behind me. So really, the holiday is just getting to decompress from having this huge life event kind of looming in front of me.
And you've been moving a lot lately, from California to North Carolina to Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
I hate moving. It's the worst.
Yeah, moving sucks. But hey, now you're living the island life, so could make for a good weekend. Could make for a good party this weekend, Alex. So I wish you all the best.
Well, at this point, if I move any further east, I'm going to be underwater soon, so...
Alright, well, we'll see how that works out. Let's hear Jason, of course. Jason, how's everything going with you?
Going well. I'm excited for the weekend. Got a couple of 4th of July parties that gonna hang out with some friends, eat some meat. But as for trading, I mean, things are just kind of going sideways here. Might have to make some decisions on getting out of some positions early today, but we're just going to have to wait till close.
All right. Guess we'll explore some of that in a bit. Now I'm just wondering, where is it hotter? Is it hotter here in the Midwest, or is it hotter in the Puerto Rican island? With a crazy heat wave. Jason, have you been subject to any of that?
It's way cooler on the island. Definitely.
Yeah, I mean, this is Iowa, man. It fluctuates like crazy. I haven't stepped outside today. I know it's humid as shit, though.
I heard
a great saying about the Iowan weather, which is like, oh, you don't like the weather? Just wait 15 minutes.
Wait 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's way overused here.
Gotcha. Yeah, crazy heat wave seemingly across...
Oregon is really getting destroyed.
Yeah, the western seaboard getting wrecked.
Yeah, it was like 117.
That's insane.
Right? Insane. Like, there's something strange going on.
Something very, very hot and sticky. But, guys, stay cool. Keep your eye on the prize. It's all about risk management, and sometimes it's even about heat management. Go figure. All right. Hopefully this hot weather hasn't affected anybody's trading negatively either. You know how it goes. You gotta keep your mind focused, I guess. And sometimes when you're overheated, you're not thinking straight. You're over on Bybit, over leveraged, YOLOing into the wrong moves. Guys, stay cool. And maybe even stay away from the trading terminal this weekend when you're full of whatever your cocktail choices for 4th of July mega weekend. I bet people are hyped. we just had our Canada Day, a long week. Well, not quite a long weekend, but we had Canada Day here yesterday. Kind of landed awkwardly, kind of on a Thursday. But I imagine this should make for a very good long weekend.
It's the same thing, right? Just fireworks, like
Pretty much.
Independence or whatever, like
The top grilling day of the year, basically.
Thursday.
All right. I'm a simple man. Like my grill, cold beer, keep things simple. All right, guys, it's good to, of course, have everybody back again. Sorry for yesterday's lost episode, but we're back. And we'll probably bring you a banger of an episode this Friday. You know how the next 2 hours is going to unfold. We're going to go from this intro into a look at some of the latest price action, including the bubbles, before we get into our community poll. That's right, I'll come back today with another community poll. I'll be linking you to the community tab in just a minute before we get into the news. Finally, you'll get into some analysis, of course, brought to you by Alex. And you'll take a look at maybe, not just crypto markets, of course, but we do take a look at traditionals, Forex, and world markets. Finally, get into the second hour. It's going to be the AMA chart request section. Stand by for that, guys. We will certainly get to your chart requests in a little bit. Finally, yeah, D-Live Trust. D-Live, we're going to open the Lemon Trust. There'll be a big 4th of July type lemon giveaway coming to you in just about an hour and 30 minutes. Hang tight, D-Live users. The lemons will rain down relatively soon. All right, get right into it. Let's see what's going on in Bitcoin. All right, had a bit of a down day, didn't we? From the highs of just Wednesday, was it? The highs, 36.5. We're down about 8% from the highs of just a couple of days ago, but still kind of hanging on to a baseline support here. And WADA did flip green, bullish 3 days ago, and that pump.
I do think that there's an interesting trend break on the hourly so far, but we just don't know.
I'm gonna flip to the hourly just real quick. Yes. I see it.
We're coming back down to test. I figure we'll come back down to test the top of it as support now, but there is, from the highs to now, we just broke that trend. So
yeah, certainly look like the baseline's turning up on the hourly. Maybe indeed we're forming a trend. Maybe this will be the beginning of the 4th of July bullish weekend. With any luck, maybe we'll see some upside weekend on Bitcoin. Something to make family and friends chat about crypto and Bitcoin. Heck, maybe even a little bit of a Doge pump. Get all the normies excited again this 4th of July weekend on all things crypto. Certainly looking forward to it. All right, let's get back into the daily. Bitcoin, of course, currently at 33,500. Yep, 33,500. See what comes next. Although it makes kind of flipping back below zero today. If it closes anything like this, please, we need a bullish impulse. Maybe we will continue some momentum from here. Ethereum.
Good when you're begging for it.
Yeah. Here's Ethereum, currently at 21.13. Yeah, we did also flipping bullish on the waterfront. Makes curling down, but still above zero, and we're still above the baseline. I dare say we are well postured for an epic fireworks display on Ethereum as well. Ethereum, go Ethereum. All right, real quickly now, let's take a look at XRP, currently at 65 cents. Not a whole lot going on here. Here's Polkadot, continuation short getting printed on Minx today. Man, this one is twisting away. Let's have a look. Kusama, $200. Continuation short on the table. Here's a look at Doge. Yes, Doge. What is Doge up to today? Most indicators pretty flat, but still manages to somehow keep its head above the baseline water. Well, everybody's the Joe Sixpack's favorite meme coin. Will it do something interesting over the long weekend? Come on, Doge, just do something. Finally, yep, here's Sheeb. Sheeb. Looking pretty green on the indicator front. Jason,
It reminds me. I don't know why every time I hear Shiv, it reminds me of Dude, Where's My Car? And they'd be like, Shibby.
Man, I certainly don't remember that, but that
What?
was never a
Movie was
favorite of mine. Vaguely, but I guess that was at the peak of their careers, wasn't it? It was Ashton
Ashton
Kutcher and
Kutcher.
who else? Who was the other guy?
Sean William Scott.
Oh,
Ashton went on to
Scott.
do a lot more stuff, and then Sean William Scott kind of dropped off.
All right. I don't know if Ashton Kutcher did that much more, but sure.
I mean, he did a lot more.
He did a lot of movies. That was his first movie, man.
What other big movies is he famous for?
Butterfly Effect.
He's made a ton of different movies.
All right.
But they're usually like romantic comedies and shit.
All right. I thought he fell
yeah.
off hard.
What about there's the one that he did with Mila Kunis that recently, that romantic comedy, just like 3 or 4 years ago.
Yeah, he's done a ton of them.
All right, Mila Kunis, I can get behind that. Let's look at
Married to her.
let's look at gold real quick, man. Gold pulling back up from the tailspin, the Dixie rally-induced tailspin. Gold currently at 1784. Still looking mighty bearish, but at least let's take a look at the Dixie. About what I expect. Yeah, Dixie finally topped again. Yeah, 92.75 was the top on the Dixie, currently selling off. But man, Dixie still looks hella strong. Market is absolutely wild. Here's a quick look at Tesla. Back to Bitcoin. All right. A quick review of some of the last bit of price action. Let's get into the next piece here. And that is, of course, the bubbles. A bit of a mixed day in the altcoin space. Can't help but notice we got a decent amount of gainers. In fact, XDC, man, XDC's on the run today. I just looked at this a few minutes ago. It wasn't up 20%. Now it's up 20%. XDC, one of the top gainers of the day. Beyond that, you have the likes of Nexo up nearly 10%. Same with Stacks, about 9% gains there. Among the other gainers in the alt space, Quant, QNT, Shell, Celsius Network, Comp.
No, that. Oh, okay. I thought you said cello. Never mind. Sorry.
No. I probably should sell. Maybe sell. Yeah, I guess it's sell. Celsius Network. Comp. 8.5. Excuse me. 8.5% gains day over day, and a few other 5% gainers. Otherwise, small losers across the board today. What the hell is BCHA? Bitcoin Cash ABC. Gotcha. Gotcha. That's Bitcoin Cash. That's one of the Bitcoin Cash forks. Down nearly.
Farther now.
HBAR, Rune, ICP among some of the top losers today, all down about 6-7%. All right, mixed bag in the alt space. Not much going on. Go figure. It's all sideways. It's going to be a boring summer. I'll see you guys in like September or August when the fireworks show really begins. Something tells me expect more sideways, more boring price action for the duration of the summer. All right, get into the next piece, shall we? Yeah, let's look at that community poll I mentioned. Let's bring this sucker up, and here we go. Gonna expand this window out just a touch, and here we go. And maybe I'll also drop the link in the live chat. Will I be able to do this? All right, guys. Link has been deposited over on the DLive chat. Restream bot should repost that to all the other platforms as well. If you guys want to check out today's poll, do hit that link. I'm going to quickly review today's poll. Maybe I'll refresh it first, see how many votes came in the meantime. Yeah, we already got 5 votes on today's poll. Very nice. All right, the poll is as follows. Are you expecting any fireworks in Bitcoin or crypto markets over the 4th of July long weekend? You have 3 options to work with. First option, Bitcoin will put on a magnificent show, upside rally. If you think Bitcoin's going to go up, this first option is for you. Bitcoin's going to blow up in our face like bad fireworks. Downside move is your second option. Finally, Bitcoin will crawl along sideways for a while still. Sideways is option 3, guys. Currently have 5 votes in. Apparently 60% of respondents. So I guess 3 votes in so far. Are all leaning toward Bitcoin, ready to put on a big fireworks show. All right, fingers crossed for that big bullish Friday long weekend. Looking forward to it.
My body is ready.
Yes. Okay. Well, prepare for such gains. All right. that's it for the poll, guys. We're gonna check back in with the poll toward the end of the show, see how everyone feels. Maybe save your response until you hear the TA prognosis, before you maybe draw any further conclusions as to what to expect ahead of the weekend. All right, let's flip the bubbles back on real briefly, and oh yeah, I guess next up would be getting into the chat. Do it. Let's shout out our wonderful audience, as always, picking it with us this afternoon, or evening or morning, depending on where you are. All right, let's do it. Expand this out a touch and see who's in here first this afternoon. Any word joins us on D Live. The first comment being a request. All right, Any word, I see your pirate chain request. Hang tight. We'll get to that very briefly. Let's have a look. We also have, of course, David Rice. David Rice joins us. Ron Legato wave into us on YouTube. Shout outs to Ron Legato and David Rice. Daniel on YouTube as well. What's up, guys? Hello to you. Prophet Bear, what's up, CC family? Shout outs to Prophet Bear. Thank you. Taz Blitz, good evening. Very good evening to Taz Blitz. Blackbird 987 writes hello. Hello to you, Mr. Blackbird. Damian Hughes. Whoop whoop. All right. Damian Hughes with his request. I see that. Hang tight. And hashtag free Justin. I think Justin is as free as a man will ever get. No worries. Yeah, exactly. No worries with Justin. We're out here in the trenches, doing crypto warfare day in, day out. I think Justin's officially feet up on the beach. All those gains have culminated.
I definitely saw a Facebook post of Justin's the other day that went something along the lines of, now that I'm a wealthy man, comma, the rest of his stuff you post. I was like, wow, well, it must be nice.
Must be nice.
Yep.
Anyway, Justin is doing just fine, folks.
Yes. He put the work in, and now he gets to enjoy the fruits of his labor. What a harvest of gains I'm sure it has been for him. But thank you, Damian Hughes, for the comment. Chico Blanco Verano, who's making money in this bear market like a bean? All right, a bean, you say? Yes, a bean. Like beans in bear markets. I'm not sure, but Verano.
Moonbeams.
I'm satisfied with not having lost any more money yet in this bear market.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent.
I'm still feeling good about locking in the hedge, and now we're just kind of sitting on a few positions, so nothing too crazy. Let it figure itself out.
Word. All right. Here is Taz Blitz. I had withdrawal symptoms last night. Withdrawal symptom. Draw or withdrawal? Withdrawal symptoms. Not sure what to make of that, Taz Blitz. By withdraw, do you mean you pulled your funds off the exchange and then you were fiending to get yourself into a some kind of degen long scenario, right? As soon as you pull your funds off, the chart suddenly turns up and your signals are firing. And I'm not sure what to make of it, Taz Blitz. Good luck with your withdrawal symptoms. Any word says he brought some pirate chain with his credit card last night. All right, didn't get a great price, but it worked, and it wasn't a total hassle. Fairly quick and secure. All right, Damian Hughes. I think Nexo pumped because of a new listing, Cardano. All right, Nexo and Cardano related. Crypto Rich, I'm back. I had a run-in with the authorities, but they'll never get me again. I'm back. All right, Crypto Rich. Nice to have you back on D Live. Please don't butt heads with the authorities. Just be a good citizen. Abide by all local laws and regulations. Crypto Rich, market recovering slightly. All right, Dark Rico joins us. Shout outs to Dark Rico. Happy Friday. Well, very happy Friday to you, Dark Rico. Ron Legato. T-bone either way. All right, get your steaks on the Barbie, gentlemen. Polly B. Hey, all. Shout outs to Polly B. Crypto Rich. Happy 4th to my American. Yes, my American brothers. Good to have you guys with us today, and a very happy weekend to you. Great weekend for grilling, hopefully, writes Mr. Ether. Yeah, hopefully it's a great weekend for grilling. Mr. Ether picked up a motorcycle a few weeks ago, too, so I hope it's a good weekend for riding as well.
Don't kill yourself.
Ride safe, as always, Mr. Ether. Godspeed. The Splashy85 writes, good evening, guys, on Twitch. Shoutouts to Splashy on Twitch. Crypto Rich, hey Alex, if I take a trip out to Puerto Rico, would you let me talk to you? And 2, would you want to take tours with my family free of cost? All right, Alex.
Well, tell you what, you can definitely come on the show and be in talk, sure. And then we'll see about the second one. You know, I definitely don't want to end up like in someone's trunk or something like that. It's like, haha, I got $5 wrench attacked because someone invited me on a family tour. But yeah, sure, definitely, you can come on the show, man.
Yes, Crypto Rich. You seem on the level. We will, DM Alex. Maybe indeed you guys can, meet up at a pub, have a pint on CC. I'll send you guys some D Live lemons straight out of the CC coffers. Pay for a cost of a couple beers, a couple brewskis for the bros over in Puerto Rico. Ron Legato throwing on some scallops for good measure. Yes. Fake seafood. Life is sweet. Convert some of those gains into deliciousness. That is the American way. Crypto Rich just to have fun. Yeah, of course. I mean, man, at this point, we're all going to go down to Puerto Rico and crash at Alex's pad. Gonna just ransack the place. David.
Hey, I'm trying to get a 2-bedroom place so that I can invite friends down to stay with me. You know.
Super cool. Super cool. All right, I gotta see how long the flight is from where I am to where you are. Dominus Spinay writes Happy Friday. Shoutouts to Dominus. Be sure to follow and subscribe. I don't really recognize your handle on here, but if you're not following yet, please do. Any word, I'm gonna start buying Pirate Chain regularly. Okay. David Rice, hot weather gets you sweaty in all the right places. Well, David Rice, you apparently never worked a hard job in the sun. Wouldn't want to wish this kind of heat on my worst enemy if you're, of course, working outdoors or anything like that.
Yeah. I used to be an HVAC technician and working on those black tar roofs in the summer with blue jeans on, man.
Brutal.
This would be hell right now.
Yeah, dude, I don't know how those people do it. I did stuff like that too myself, and it's brutal, this heat. Chico says they have that saying almost everywhere in the Midwest and the Southwest. Something about the bean. All right, Jason, can you confirm? Is there a saying concerning beans? Chico says that across the Midwest and the Southeast, there is a saying.
Yeah, that's what I said that earlier. That phrase of if you don't like the weather, just wait 5 minutes. That's so overplayed.
I thought he was referring to that bean comment earlier, but okay, fair enough. Dominus Spinay, I've been away for 2 years, and my blue wrench and Justin are gone. That gent's still around. Yeah, Justin's still kicking it. We're of course holding it down in his stead. And I mean, Dominus, I can maybe reapply your wrench if you are in fact an OG. Midwest, yes. Ron Legato, Jack did some channel housekeeping. I sure did, guys. I went into the mod list and like practically everybody in practically every other YouTube user on the platform had a wrench. I did a little cleaning. Crypto Rich says he pictures Justin as Scrooge McDuck rolling in his Bitcoin vault, but Alex, Jack, and Jason have held this channel down. Yeah, we certainly are. We have our own little vaults to, I guess, attend to. Midwest, yes, living the dream. Indeed, we are. Good to hear. Let's see here. Dude is in like 4 movies tops. Yeah, that's what I thought. I don't think he was in that many movies. Now he goes around the world.
IMDb gives him 20, and I know it's missing one, so.
All right. Well, 20 flicks it is then. Isn't he famously married?
Better than I've done.
Isn't he famously married, or is he still with that one actress?
Yeah, he's with Mila Kunis.
No. Wasn't he with a... No, that was their role.
No, Demi Moore was quite a while ago.
Dude, where are you? In the 2000s?
Yes, apparently yes. Was it Mila Kunis' squeeze on the 70s show, but they were in actually real life?
That's Ashton Kutcher.
Yeah, so... But that was like that was an on-TV romance. That wasn't like a real-life romance.
Yeah, but he's actually married. That's his wife right now.
Oh, it is? Oh, okay.
Yes. He's had 2 kids with her.
Oh, I see. Damn, you're Mr. like tabloid, details on all these celebrities.
He went to the University of Iowa, and I did too.
Oh,
and
no
then
shit.
He got picked up at Airliner, and then just became a fucking movie star.
Wow.
I'm still here.
Wow. Yeah, you're here still schlepping it, and this guy usurped the throne from you. Wow. Amazing.
But he's a lot older.
I didn't know he was an Iowa boy. All right.
Yep.
Two birds. All right.
Two of my high school people that I went to my high school, Jason Momoa and Brandon Routh, became Superman and Aquaman.
Crypto Rich says he has his left on Bitcoin hitting $100,000. I need that. My future depends on it. Man, I too would like to see $100,000 Bitcoin. I'll be cashing out a pile of my stash and settling in somewhere comfortable. Let's see here. 20 movies. Chico doesn't believe it. IMDb is a psyop. Yes, it's a disinfo site. Stay away from IMDb.
Everything's a psyop.
Yep. Let's see here. Let's see here. I think that's the last few of the comments. ETH1 joins us. He writes, "Hi everyone." Someone's asking about Justin Timberlake. I'm not sure how Timberlake figures into this, but we are talking like, has been 2000s. Yes, bringing the sexy back.
Yep.
Let's see here. Mr. Ether writes a grandma. Not sure what that refers to. I see a request, Chico Blanco, hang tight. Now we're talking Trudeau in the live chat. I see a few more requests. Finally, I see more requests coming in. Hang tight. How's the hog riding? Mr. Ether asks Lambo Dreams in the D live chat. I think that thing is a pretty sweet cruiser. I think he got himself a nice Japanese cruiser, a quality bike for distinguished gentlemen. Stay away from those horrible Harley Davidsons. He made the right choice buying Japanese. Finally, what do you do when you don't know anyone there? It weirds me out. I think he does know. If you're talking about Puerto Rico and Alex, I think he does know people there. It is quite the crypto incubator.
Yeah,
of an island.
I mean, first of all, a couple of our members also moved out here. Subtextually moved out here. Bricks moved out here. So so there's already people that I know. And then
I have crypto weekends.
Yeah, and I've already been introduced to lots of people that kind of do what we do, even some other traders. So I gotta say, I haven't had that hard of a time meeting people who are interested, just like hanging out and who do.
Jealous.
Yeah.
Yep, super cool, dude. Really glad that it's worked out the way it has. Really, it's been almost magical.
Let me know when that
unfolded here.
Let me know when that sand from the Sahara hits. I want to know what it's like out there.
Oh, it doesn't look that different, but people who have asthma and who have to check air quality and stuff, they're basically confined indoors.
Wow. All right. Let's get this last couple comments rolled down. We're going to get into the next segment. Yeah, we're perfectly on time. Actually, I almost forgot. We haven't even done news yet. Let's see here, guys. Shout outs to Polly B. Lambo Dreams already mentioned. RK joins us on YouTube. Who cares if Ashton Kutcher is a movie star? Jason, you are a YouTube star. Yes, Jason.
Yeah, all 17 of you watching.
Yep, Jason, the YouTube star previously of Vine fame.
I'm starting to make videos again. I made a couple yesterday that were fun.
Yeah. It took me a second to get it, Jason, but I finally got the catch-up one.
That one wasn't even my idea, but I told him, I'm like, no one's gonna get this but me and you, man.
All right.
But that's what makes it funny.
All right, shout out to everybody else. That's the last few comments. All right, Crypto Rich says, I have mad family out there. I'm Puerto Rican. If anybody wants to go, let me know. I'd love to go back. All right, Crypto Rich. Well, once your money's unlocked and you're a full-time trader and the profits are flowing in, you may very well be relocating back to Puerto Rico in order to enjoy those that much lighter tax burden, right? 1814 arrival to America to Iowa. Okay. And
that's early.
Let's see here. Any word? Not sure which husband you're referring to, but maybe we'll look at that.
Talking about in the 1800s.
Ah, okay. Gotcha. All right. Well, nothing like hitting the rewind button 200 years and exploring.
Yeah. I wish I could look at my family tree, but a lot of the people in my past were adopted many times over, and they don't even know the real last name of their parents.
Well, time to hit up 21andMe or whatever it's called.
Yeet.
And get a quick genetic rundown.
I know one half, but then the other half, one half might just be a mutt.
You're probably total mutt, no lie. But curious, we'd have to run the 21andMe or whatever that site's called. Submit your DNA
23andMe?
sample to the feds. Let them
Yeah,
figure out.
23andMe.
23andMe. Yes.
I just don't want to give them my data.
Yes, the 23 chromosomes. Yes. Yeah, I know that's part of it. That's probably one thing one thing that's on my mind. But guys, that's besides the point. Let's get into the news. I do think I probably did this the opposite way around, but let's do it really quick. I will fly through these stories, I assure you. All right, MicroStrategy and Galaxy Bitcoin Mining Council claims mining is one of the most sustainable industries. This comes from Blockworks today. According to a new report from this council titled the Global Bitcoin Mining Data Review, survey participants are currently utilizing electricity with 67% sustainable power mix. All right. Basically, MicroStrategy's joint venture with Galaxy Digital. Together they combined to make this new mining council. They dubbed it the BMC, and they surveyed Bitcoin miners from around the world. The organization did not reveal the names of individuals or companies that participated, but each part surveyed was asked 3 questions about the amount of electricity they used, the percentage that was sustainable, and the hash rate of their fleet. According to this report, they're currently using about the participants, or at least the people surveyed, said 67% of sustainable power will mix. Based on this figure, the global mining industry's sustainable electricity mix is estimated to have grown approximately 56% during Q2 2021, making it one of the most sustainable industries in the world. All right, I guess relative to...
Mission accomplished.
Yes, exactly, guys.
I'm sure that Elon is very quickly going to issue a retraction and apology to everybody. And he's going to right away be like, well, it's over 50%. Let's just get this squared away right now.
True, but not holding my breath for that one. But still, it's amazing how quickly we've kind of cast off from the FUD, the energy consumption FUD. Just a few months ago, yes, Elon rocked the world with bringing everyone's attention to Bitcoin's major energy consumption. And since then, we've had the big Chinese miner exodus, and the record has been kind of corrected, set straight on this whole topic. And now we even have 2 major players in the space, MicroStrategy and Galaxy Digital, coming together to form this mining council, which I guess is like a PR group to help further dispel any myths around Bitcoin.
It's almost like the Jedi Council.
No, let's not give them any cool analogy like that. No.
All right. Yes. Let's not go there, but let's get into the next piece here. All right. Another day, another sports tie-up, and this one's with the Portland Trail Blazers. They become the first NBA team with a crypto jersey patch sponsor. All right.
You really are Trailblazers.
Yes, they certainly are in this case. Very appropriate. And do you want to know who they tied the knot with?
DOGE.
STMX, cryptocurrency platform STMX, become the newest sponsor. I would have expected FTX or something, but
yeah, I was gonna say, I thought FTX was the real answer.
The first such company to get a jersey patch deal with an NBA team. All right, so the first NBA team with a jersey that's going to feature a crypto logo somewhere on it. Let's see here. One of the early adopters was NBA sports teams, and of course now we have STMX interested in pairing up with a pro basketball team. Apparently they hit up the Blazers. In a statement from Trailblazers CEO Chris McGowan, he expressed the franchise's optimism about the pairing. He wrote, quote, "STMX is fresh, energetic company with Pacific Northwest roots that can educate and motivate Rip City." I didn't know Oregon. Rip City.
So fresh.
Around educating Rip City around crypto and earning crypto cash back. I look forward to taking these next steps together as a partner. Yes, STMX is a unique app. I guess another crypto credit card type deal, apparently. Go figure. All right. Quick adjustment here in the back end. I apologize. Yes, unique app, STMX, that can earn cash back on crypto simply by shopping or participating stores. Consumers can be given between 0.5 to 87% cash back depending on where the STMX is being used. Crypto world can be intimidated to break through, blah blah blah. STMX is one way to do it. Certainly is. I personally like my crypto card, which by the way I got busted. My card got flagged somehow due to some security issue. I don't know how. Barely been using it for like 6 months, and my crypto card was suspended. That's pretty.
Oh.
Yeah, kind of weird,
on.
right?
Hey, that's after everything to get all that crypto.com. I thought you'd be using it all over the place.
I am using it. Apparently, I used it all over the place too much to the point where somebody ripped it off, and then some shady company in California tried to push a fraudulent $7 charge through. Some irrigation company tried to put a $7 charge through, and they flagged it, they caught it. My card was suspended. I contact them and I'm like, yo, why is my card offline? What's going on? Oh, sir, did you make this purchase for $7? We don't think so. I'm like, no, definitely didn't. Okay, well, your card's suspended. Your shit's gonna face an investigation. We're gonna dispatch you a new card, but we're gonna get to the bottom of this. Like, great, just great.
Yeah, exactly. I know you were definitely racking that thing up.
Oh, I certainly was. And I just the malls reopened where I am recently, just this week actually. On Wednesday, the malls reopened, following like I don't know, seemingly a year-long lockdown.
You want a shopping spree?
Yeah, I want a bit of a shopping spree, but now I gotta go back there, and I feel like I gotta return and rebuy everything with my crypto card once it comes back in, because you know, it's like 3%. 3% of a shopping spree would be nice to get back in crypto credits. All right, enough bullshit about me and my stupid spending. Get into the next piece. 5 things we learned from the congressional Bitcoin hearing. All right, expert witnesses and members of Congress weighed the risks and rewards of Bitcoin and crypto this week. Here are the key takeaways. All right, crypto experts were summoned before the U.S. Congress Oversight and Investigation Subcommittee on Wednesday. Congressmen were keen to...
Stop! You're gonna get us banned off YouTube. Just stop. Don't.
What? Don't talk about anything U.S. Congress? Which keywords were...
Pico Blanco.
Oh, Chico, gotcha. The comments are probably...
That's gotta be Scooter.
Yeah.
No one else sounds like you, man.
I don't know if he goes full sovereign citizen.
No, Moonbeams and Lambos is Scooter. I saw Moonbeams.
Yeah, I think he's both.
He might be both, but Chico might not necessarily be him. I'm not sure if I've known Scooter to go full sovereign citizen in his rants. So we'll see. I'll leave that out. But congressmen were keen to examine the risks and potential opportunities in crypto and their impact on the financial industry. All right, so here are some of the quick takeaways. I'm just going to read this in bullet form. 1, the crypto industry needs better regulation. All right, go figure. 2008 financial crisis was on lawmakers' minds. All right, apparently the financial crisis was one of the talking points. Most members of Congress are keen to gain more understanding on crypto. Yes, most of the boomers, such as, you know, that Representative Sherman that we talked about last week. Yes, I can imagine they need a crash course in crypto. The boomers likely know very little. Fiat potential for money laundering puts crypto in the shade. I think crypto barely holds a candle to fiat and most of the things we see in the gray banking system, the gray market of the banking system. So all I'm sure interesting topics for members of Congress to think about that Wednesday. Let's see here. Binance potentially facing sanctions from Singapore. Guys, Binance getting more and more marginalized by different jurisdictions around the world. This story talks about Singapore. Their monetary authority services recently stated that they're keeping up with the actions taken against Binance by other regulators. And Binance and Singapore, of course, Singapore authorities are going to review all this and more. I do have like this impression that Binance does have some strong presence, maybe somewhat based even in Singapore, so this could spell trouble. Again, I'm kind of out of time for the news, so I'm going to breeze through the next few.
Yeah, but I feel like a lot of I noticed that a lot of countries came out with stuff against Binance this week. A few people have suggested that it's maybe a coordinated attack because Thailand SEC did something.
Yeah.
The UK did something. Now you see Singapore is doing something. It's all a little much, to be a coincidence all in 1 week.
Yep, certainly seems to feel that way. Something is afoot. As the old saying goes, buck finance, right? That shirt will be even more appropriate once the great unwinding of the largest crypto exchange casino, I guess, occurs. But we'll get into that another time. Let's wrap up the news. Here is Dogecoin. Yes, apparently with the filing. While filing for an IPO with the U.S. regulators, popular trading platform Robinhood reported a 4% increase in revenue coming from digital assets. Interestingly, all right, so out of their filing, here's what we learned. Interestingly, more than 30% of that came from the most recent craze in the space of Dogecoin. All right, you're wondering what the favorite crypto for Robinhood traders apparently to trade. It's Dogecoin. Yes, we kind of suspected as such. It may be a bit of a joke, but kind of figure, what level does the Robinhood trader invest into cryptos on? Well, it's the Dogecoin level, much of what we already kind of knew. But yes, Dogecoin turned out to be a huge windfall for Robinhood. Yes, the normies just piled on to Robinhood and got their Dogecoin exposure from there. All right, finally, last couple pieces here. Grayscale added Cardano to its multi-asset fund. Asset management giant has added Cardano's ADA token to the digital large cap fund. If I read this earlier, I think it's the third largest holding. Is that the case? I heard third. What is it? Yes, basically ADA is now with Grayscale's added ADA to their multi-asset fund.
And that,
we'll check
that news does nothing?
I don't think it did much to Cardano's price today.
Elon tweets a song and it affects the market, but Grayscale buys up ADA to the point of their third largest holding and it doesn't move.
Apparently not. I'm guessing maybe they accumulated this Cardano for a while and just announced it now. But still, you'd think the announcement maybe would have got some FOMO juices flowing.
ADA hype.
Yep, maybe not. It's a pretty quiet summer so far. All right, finally, Andre Cronje or Crone. Hey, Alex, do you know how to pronounce this guy's last name? Crone?
I thought it was Cronje.
Cronje, all right. Andre Cronje launches a decentralized Forex on Ethereum. Very curious. Let's see here. This new project aims to take a shot at bringing Forex to DeFi. Andre Cronje, of course, of FTX fame, published a blog post detailing his new DeFi venture called Fixed Forex. Fixed Forex lets users mint and exchange various fiat-pegged stablecoins by providing collateral. Final release of Fixed Forex will be deployed on top of Curve Finance. By architect Andre Cronje has announced a new decentralized stablecoin exchange, Fixed Forex, DeFi protocol, currently running on Ethereum. Here, mint and exchange various fiat-pegged stablecoins, including USD, Euro, South African Rand, Japanese Yen, China's Renminbi, and others. Cronje, who's best known for building a range of notable DeFi projects, including Yearn, Keeper, and Multichain XYZ, detailed his new venture in his announcement, explaining how users can mint fiat-pegged stablecoins and exchange them with other assets on the Ethereum network. Man, if the regulators weren't already up in arms about crypto-based stablecoins, crypto-based fiat tokens, wow, we've just Andre here just upped the ante, didn't he? Crazy.
I could see this being a problem. Wouldn't this essentially create a bunch of stable coins for a lot of different countries? Because it would be pegged to the euro, be pegged to, all these different assets would be pegged to various other currencies. I don't know, I could just see it stepping on someone's toes.
Yeah, the least of which, of course, would be the regulators and some of these central banks. But users are going to need to provide collateral in the form of other crypto assets to mint any stablecoin throughout the protocol. To mint fiat-based currencies, protocol will calculate loan-to-value ratios and accept collateral dynamically in accordance with lending protocols, kind of like Compound, Aave, Cream, Cream's Iron Bank. He noted that the amount available to mint against collateral will be proportional to on-chain liquidity available on fixed forex. Sounds like a very, very neat idea. Man, are the regulators even going to be able to keep pace with the development going on in the space? Pretty crazy. Finally, Wright versus Cobra. Satoshi took back the Bitcoin white paper from Bitcoin. Apparently, let's see here. Craig Wright's, of course, copyright infringement claims now reached its conclusion barely 2 months since filing his lawsuit against Bitcoin.org operator Cobra. The English High Court has ruled in favor of Dr. Wright, recognizing his copyright claim over the Bitcoin white paper and ordering Cobra cease infringing Dr. Wright's copyright by removing the Bitcoin white paper from the website and GitHub associated with the website in the UK. Absolutely crazy. Never thought it would have come down to this way. I guess
if you read to the end, it's because they didn't show up to court.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, so it's actually it's hard to read this article because it's so pro Craig, right?
Basically,
but yeah, that's
read to the end of
it is a CoinGeek story. CoinGeek, of course, is closely aligned with Craig Wright and BSV. But yes, go figure. A very, very strange day, but in many ways, I guess not of major significance. The white paper at this point, I'm sure, can be easily read anywhere. Don't have to just go to the .org, but still a very, very curious. Just another chapter in the very curious and strange, bizarre saga that is Bitcoin. Craig Wright.
I hope some company who has a lot of money invested in Bitcoin hires a few lawyers to shut him the fuck up. Some company is going to have to do it eventually. I don't know if it's going to be JP Morgan or one of these other ones, but if you got a few $1 billion like banging around in your coffers, like a few $1 billion of Bitcoin, and someone's going around saying it's not real Bitcoin and it's actually worthless and stuff, I would want them to shut the fuck up real fast.
Good point, but maybe that would give him more undue attention. Maybe the best course of action is to merely ignore, marginalize, and let him disappear into irrelevance. Kind of maybe what he does feed off of is attention, is controversy, and the limelight. Interesting little development, though. All right, finally, last story. I promise is the last one, guys. We're getting into the next segment. Another celebrity apparently getting into crypto. Katy Perry launches NFTs and even acquires a stake in Theta Labs. Figure known for her Dark Horse and Roar tracks will have a minority interest in Theta alongside with her talent agency, Creative Artists Legacy, as well as launching some NFTs for her fans.
I think she also did I Kissed a Girl and I Liked It.
Yes. Something about
I'm just saying, that's not a full list of Katy Perry's hit songs. She's got way more.
Speaking of 4th of July, fireworks? What a jam.
What's fireworks? Another one of her tracks?
I think so.
Okay.
That's Katy Perry, right?
Gotcha. Right, so she's dropping some NFTs, blah blah blah. Not super interested in Katy Perry or NFTs so much, but just another celebrity throwing down, recently raising the profile, all things crypto and blockchain and digital assets. All right, guys, that's it. Sorry we dragged out this intro so long, but I appreciate everybody hanging in there. We're going to get into the next segment. Right now, it's what you're here for. It's the TA brought to you by DC analysts. Going to get right into that. Alex, if you may, feel free to
I may
fire up your live stream. I'll connect to you in just a second. As for everybody else, I did see all your requests earlier. Andrew Muntz says Katy Perry works for the CIA. Maybe, yeah.
Maybe.
Illuminati confirmed.
Yes, 100% confirmed.
She's got that Elvis Presley badge.
Man, so many comments too. Should I even go back and read any of these? It's very interesting. I will probably while the next segment is being deployed. Let's do it. I'm connecting to stream now. We're currently looking at the BTC USD on the 3-hour Coinbase chart, so it looks like we're all nicely synced up.
That's diamond.
And I'm going to go back into the chat, start collecting everybody's requests. If you're not sure if I got your request, feel free to repost it at any time. In the meantime, Jason and Alex will take over, and I'll be back in a bit.
Okay, so a few things of note going on with Bitcoin here. I'd say top thing that I've noticed is our break of the a lower time frame downtrend. You can see it very clearly here on the hourly. I've been pretty generous here. I've tried to draw it, far away from the edges. So it's very clear that we've broken above this hourly downtrend as of right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the exact one I was talking about earlier.
Yep, it's also visible on the 4-hour. We have potentially a bounce off of this one point of control that exists down here around a 32.5. This is not the local market point of control. That's right around 36. But there's one down here. I also want to note that we have this volume still sitting down here. I can see it being real tempting for price to be pushed down into that area just one more time. I'm sure there's some people that long this area either here or here, set their stop on the other side of this, and just push down one more time in that area, trade a little around 30, under 30.
Definitely possible.
Yeah. We got kicked out of our we took a long over here based on our system, and unfortunately we got kicked right back out here. So we're just sitting on the sidelines on Bitcoin right now. I see signs that we could still bounce off of this area, but I'm not ready to take a long yet. Or at least I'm not ready to take one again so soon after we've just gotten kicked out of this. Let's wait for let's wait for any kind of bullish movement here. All we have are a few trend breaks here on lower time frames, which is suggestive, but if with a really strong downtrend, it just may not. We could just break it, come up to here around 35, reject, and then just keep heading down. So it doesn't mean, oh, we go up from here. It just, or at least not on the time frame you might want. We might not be going up on the weekly, but maybe on lower time frames here. What does the weekly look like here in this spot? Do we get a 3-day close anytime recently? What we got? Okay, we've got a 3-day close coming in 6 hours.
Interesting.
Yeah.
What's the monthly look like now?
I guess we did just get a monthly close. We could look at that.
Yeah.
It's quite a sharp sell-off last month, or 2 months ago, and then last month we mostly just trade sideways. It's just a doji candle. Looking at the monthly chart, you can't help but feel that you want price to come down and just kind of peg our monthly baseline here. And maybe also this $23,000 shelf of volume that you see here. Come down on the day, and that area is here, this area right here. You can see it's very heavy buying. Like this, like the last stop of buying before we really take off. And interestingly, that $23,000 area is also
That gap.
Yeah, right below that gap, actually. So we'd have to pierce the gap to get to it. We'd have to fill it. I think right now what makes the most sense here, looking at the CME chart, one more test on the 30K range. We get a baseline bounce / we've tapped liquidity off of that. We come back up, we test 45K. Splash down to 30. It's just too soon to say, guys. I don't think I'm ready for the bottom to drop out of this spot just yet, though.
Lower time frames wouldn't suggest it yet.
Ethereum is still sideways, still at resistance, curling under here. There's really not much for us to do with Ethereum in this spot. If we can get a continuation long signal, it'd be pretty interesting because most likely that'll be taking us through this resistance area. This is more of a... I can't help but feel that that's the real trend, based off of these two data points. Well, if you draw it this way, say maybe the more parabolic trend is broken here. I'm interested to see if we find support here, or this is actually more of an area of resistance. We do appear to have broken the uptrend here. Is there a more generous way I could draw it? No, not without. And then we don't even touch here or here if I do this, so it doesn't make sense. So I guess we have broken it here. We're now below the uptrend on Ethereum USD. So this would suggest kind of push up into 2100, 2150 a few more times, and then collapse here on Ethereum, back down in this $1,800 area. Dollar finally finding some truly heavy resistance in this spot. This is the real rejection right here. So I had mentioned that while rejecting here, I think we can still keep going. This feels right. This was a real push up into resistance, and now today we're getting this heavy rejection. Good, and this will also give us a daily bearish divergence at the end of today. I think that this is a sign that we could see a bounce here for the markets. I'll tell you what. All right, so if the dollar is this down today, and I see, and you guys can't see it, but all the forex pairs are up. So here's the see all the forex pairs are up today. That's interesting. So what's the traditional markets doing? No.
Trying to go for it. Not quite
Yeah,
there yet.
we're right up here. I think at this point we could definitely push towards 350. Look at that volume up here. Well, God, if we did that, that would be a trend break.
Because then you'd think if you got that stab to the upside that you'd come back down and test the top of it as support.
Potentially. I also see like this area right here would be good for testing as support again. Here. We kind of did that here, but I still wouldn't mind seeing us test it one more time. All right, so the Dow is up. NASDAQ, oh crap. Well, that is a firm breakout, right?
That's just nothing else but breakout.
Yep, gap up into new all-time highs today. No stopping it. Very interesting. And then, of course, the SPY must also be in new all-time highs right now, if these two are. So, wow. Well, guys, this is what we've been saying. If traditional markets continue here, then Bitcoin can bounce and we can get a second part of the bull market, right? Because the real fear was that traditional markets would take crypto down with it, right? The institutions would go risk off, and then the bear market, potentially would. So if the economy collapses, then the people aren't going to be really interested in buying the cryptos right now. So this is really great news for us. Okay, let's look at. I want to look at the world markets now. I want to look just a little bit more broadly. So gold up today. This feels good. We are about to be, we're back above this support level. So we had been eyeing this here. So resistance here, support here, support here, support here, broke here. Kind of consolidate right here, find support, start to break down back into this area. This is good. This is good. At the very least, I think it's worthwhile to take gold maybe back up towards 1850.
Yeah, I was going to say 1845.
Yeah.
Nice halfway through that range.
Right here.
Yeah. I like that.
Yeah. And that's also kind of this area of support too. Oh, and it's also a point of control. So yeah, I think this makes a lot of sense up here. There's a point of control right up here that I'd like to see visited.
Where's that point of control exactly at?
1837.
Damn, we're good.
Silver's showing some strength this week, today in particular. You know what? Let's get rid of all these lines. There's too much going on here. Let's start over. Let's just shake up our mandala, start all over.
Yeah. Yeah, I can totally see an ascending triangle there.
Yeah. What about like on a higher time frame? Does it make more sense then? No, on a higher time frame, it looks more like. What about like this? So bottom here, fake out, and then trend bounce. Maybe.
Yeah, I mean, pretty tight. I like it.
All right, so this is kind of, I see this playing out as a symmetrical trade in two different ways. Either we're gonna, we're either gonna go up or down, obviously, but the way in which we do will, I think, be just a little illuminating. I want to, like, where's my price range? Where's my price range tool? Why can't I find it? Here we go. This CB. Oh, this is not close yet. Where would it break down from? Probably something like that. No, stop. Huh, interesting. So that could take us to retest the high of August of 2016. Well, that has some sense to it, you know, because so like we did like a measured move and it'll take us right around to this area. That would be a retest for previous high. So this consolidation area. Okay. We'll see. So far, this seems to have been pretty stellar liquidity identifying. We'll see if we actually break the downtrend and keep going, or if this turns out to have been like a buy area, and then also down here is like another buy area, or if this is like the spot. It's not really clear yet, at least until we break the downtrend. Palladium looking strong too, hanging out above the weekly resistance. The longer we hang out here, the better, and the more likely it is that Palladium's just gonna go for it. And this will have turned out to be incorrect. Just too bearish. We'll leave it up there for now. Like, it could turn out that this, you know, the end of the week was a fake out, and then we do go down, but we'll see what happens. Good news is that copper looks to have broken the uptrend. I see more downside in copper's future after a retest of like $4.75, $5. This sort of thing, we see it all the time. It breaks the uptrend on a sharp movement downwards, and then we wander up to retest the highs, right? Where we saw this at the beginning of the year with alts. Remember, we broke all the uptrends. And I'm like, okay, we broke the uptrends. We got to get out on the highs. And then there was like a 3-month period where we went sideways. We even made some new highs on some of them. So we'll keep our eyes on it. We could maybe even make new highs. But as long as this uptrend is broken, I say we're probably in for some heavy downside on copper eventually later in 2021. I guess there's just no stop in oil. Well, for right now, it certainly seems like it's a bad and inopportune time to be attempting to short oil. We just need more. We need more proof here. We need more evidence. Our next resistance area is until $78 or so. So oil can keep going. Corn, on the other hand, seems to be rejecting from the other side of our trend slash the other side of our point slash the other side of our weekly baseline slash rejecting from the local point of control, which you can see right here, right around $6.75. So there's a number of reasons like that are very confluent that we don't seem to be going up very much further here on corn. So I like taking corn here to the downside, but we could still see move down a little bit, pop back up, move down a little bit, pop up here. As long as we stay on the other side of this uptrend, though, then my bias is to the downside in the midterm. So by the end of this year, corn to, $5 or so, I'd say. Yeah, by the end of this year, sure, $5. Easily, maybe $4 too. Sideways, July, September, November down. So, natural gas, lots of sideways this week. Not really much to report on. If oil keeps going, then I imagine that natural gas could as well. They are naturally linked in that way. Soybeans kind of hanging out at resistance. I would even consider this perhaps more unloading of bags at resistance. You can see this just push just a little bit higher here. I really want to see soybeans back down near $11.50, $11 by October, I think. Sugar, this is a break of the weekly trend. Look at that. So, boom, rejection, rejection, rejection. And then we are closing this week up here. This weekly closes in 2 hours. I just don't see us getting that heavy a rejection now after these few days. So I say it's a good time to long sugar. I don't know if any of you guys trade commodities, but if you do, this looks like a good long-term trade here. I would take this with my stop. Actually, you could probably have your stop on the other side of this green candle right here. So this candle has a low of 17,142. See that right up here. So say set your stop on the other side of this green candle right here and see what this bad boy could do. I imagine you could probably take this all the way up to like 20 cents, maybe even 22 cents.
Sugar.
Yeah, it's an easy 10% move on sugar. That's huge for commodities, guys.
Yeah.
Wheat showing weakness. That's firm rejection. Resistance, resistance, resistance right here. We may have this broken trend right here, but I think we may crawl back underneath it and just break down here. More sideways on the Aussie economy. More downside on the Chinese economy. This actually is starting to look pretty rough here. We've had this broken uptrend for a while. And now we seem to have firmly rejected from the weekly baseline. Putting in more downside. Who the fuck?
Got too many friends, bud.
I know, right? It's tough being popular. Yeah. You can't see it, but I'm making a thumbs down sign here for China. Ooh, look at France here on the weekly.
France about to nosedive.
Yeah, this is not fantastic looking for the French economy. We could still push up towards the highs over the next couple of weeks, though. This is so weird. Why is so the U.S. economy is pushing up into new all-time highs. Commodities
are getting buybacks.
No, some commodities are getting buybacks, but not food commodities. Those are just down. Those look bearish. Those look like they're going to continue to be bearish at the end of the year. Hong Kong, I don't know. We broke this downtrend right here. At this point, this to me looks so much like a topping pattern right here. I don't even like this downtrend anymore. Very heavy consolidation here at this point of control. I wouldn't even, at this point, I don't even want to hazard a guess. Well, that's not true. I think it looks like it's going to go down from here. But I could be wrong. It could really go either way from this consolidation area that we're in. UK, it's not a great look here. Are we on top of this or underneath this? It's starting to feel like we can't get over this resistance area. Anytime we're above 7150, sellers step in. Hard. Right here. 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 If we can close above 7150, then we can continue. but it's a big if. It's a big if. Interestingly, a little bit of a recovery on India here. If we make a new high, I would take that trade. As much as we have looked topped out here, I'd be pretty interested in it if we started finally breaking over this 15.8 area, 15.9. More sideways on Japan. Netherlands is still just right at resistance. Push, 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 push. Huh. That's I actually, it's not really a great look that we have not been able to break it right here. It should look like the American economy, which is, you know, just bursting, like, you know, gapping above stuff, turning upwards, not pushing into weakly pushing into resistance. Singapore, ugh. Not great. Taiwan, it's interesting. It certainly looks like it's at least setting up to retest the highs here. I guess it could follow the American economy. I wonder why this would be different from the other Asian economies. With you know, we saw China was down, Hong Kong was down, Singapore was down. Why does Taiwan have a better setup here to the upside? I still think there is great volume for us to retest to the downside right here. Is this all, like, look at the volume at this level. Is this all selling? It's very curious. And then bonds are way up today, which is odd because normally bonds are inversely correlated to stocks. But here's the UK 10-year up, US 10-year, pretty up. US 2-year, wow. Quite the recovery. 5-year, boom, up off the bottoms. This is the NASDAQ again. Russell still at resistance. This is small cap stocks, not so good. S&P, you guys saw. 30-year bonds right at resistance right now, both horizontal and trend resistance. We'll see what happens here. But a breakout of this would be very, very big. Potential new highs, potentially just a retest here on Wall Street 30. German 10-year bonds up. Okay. Well, that's really interesting news here. We wanted the markets to bounce, and for a long time, it didn't really look like they were going to do that. Now that we're making new highs on basically all three indices, I think maybe the Dow is still underneath its all-time high, but the SPY and the NASDAQ are making new all-time highs today. It's good for crypto, right? I mean, I'm not asking you for you know, confirmation, but it's what we've been talking about. It's if the traditional markets keep going, if the dollar pulls back, which it is, and it is, then crypto can bounce from this spot. So I think it's really encouraging. That's really all I think I have to say on the markets today. Obviously we'll do chart requests, but I'm encouraged. Even though Bitcoin kind of looks like crap, and gosh, you know, we didn't even look at Bitcoin dominance and stuff. Let me look at that real quick. Bitcoin dominance up today, but not in any meaningful sort of way. This could just be a little bit of a retracement before more downside. I just don't see it. Uniswap perp, here we are, still underneath support. Not interested in it yet. All these things, we're waiting for further confirmation right here. We're waiting for continuation longs. We're waiting for breaks above breaks above trend lines, which we don't have on a lot of these things. This trend line that I see right here, see, just not quite there. Just not quite there yet. We want the whole shebang before we long. Otherwise, sitting in cash is preferable. All right, I think I'm ready, Jack.
All right, well, guys, I have all your requests logged, so we're going to get right into the next segment. Here comes AMA request line coming up next. All right, 20 minutes to go for that D Live chest. Stand by for that one. In the meantime, let's reveal today's first request. It's going to be the following, coming in from Anyword. He wrote, early request RRR. Yes, Pirate Chain. I know this one's always a pain to chart, but let's do it.
Well, it is doing essentially exactly what I said it would. Once we broke down from this area, we broke below support, and it continues going down. I say just continue not doing anything with it, man. There's no reason to be trying to catch a knife on this. What's next?
All right, that's your look at Pirate Chain for Anyword. We can get right into the next request in that case, and it's going to be the following. All right, this one's for, whoops, Damien Hughes. Damien Hughes on YouTube. Cards, please, and thank you. Cards. Okay.
Never
heard of it. Let me just double check. So this is called Card Starter.
Card Starter. Okay. I've heard of Card Starter. This is actually a very big project. And wow.
Top trading pair.
You can't see there's a lot of liquidity. There's $20 million of liquidity here, $2 million in volume today. All right. Well, this is enough data for us to look at. We do have a break of the downtrend. That's nice. I don't see any reason to be buying it right now. At this point, I think it's likely we could move up back towards $25, $30. I think we're likely to reject from this consolidation area and face another move downwards towards the $3 range. This looks like a good area to see tested at some point. We kind of haven't yet. So, and considering that this is clearly, this has been around for 4 months, and there it has many hundreds of millions of dollars market cap, is $20 million in liquidity. I think there's probably a lot of insiders who still need to take profits, so I think we'll see that move down. But that being said, in the short term, we do have this broken down trend. I think you could take it back towards $30, $35 maybe, and that's nothing to sneeze at on a linear scale. So just kind of push back up towards this area. We reject, thud, one more push down towards down here. Like on a linear, it seems plausible, right? Seems pretty plausible to me. What's next?
All right, let's get into it. Crypto Bull, I saw you just posted a request. Atom Bitcoin, and then you wrote asterisk ADA. Did you meant ADA Bitcoin? Well, I'll check into that in a bit. Do clarify in the comments. In the meantime, we're going to get into the next request. It's going to be the following. All right, it's Chico. Chico has a couple he wants to look at. He wants to look at OHM, a Sushi Swap OHM token, OHM.
Does he have a couple, or does he have like 8?
Got 4 of them. If you want to do all 4, if not, I'll read you all 4. OHM, AXS.
I mean, I'm just saying, we only have an hour. If there's enough for everybody, then that's cool, but I want to leave other people out just because.
A good point. At the moment, we're kind of light on requests, so I think we could likely look at all of them, especially if we're going to be brief. So let's look at them then. Let's look at OHM first. All right. Yes, although we're talking about Olympus here. Olympus top trading pair, Sushi Swap.
I think this is a great time to be exiting your position.
Off topic.
Yeah, this looks like kind of a blow off top right here at support. Support. Come back up, retest his resistance. This area is also kind of resistance right here. So resistance, support. You can look at this entire area as resistance and support, and it'll still make sense, I think, on a higher time frame. So fine, screw you then, box tool. Yeah. So resistance, support. Okay, resistance down here, resistance again. Yeah, I think I'd be exiting my position right about now, or I'd be considering it.
All right, there's your look at Ohm. He also wants to look at AXS as well. Axie Infinity, top trading pair, happens to be on Binance against USDT.
That's the kind of formation I'm expecting out of Bitcoin.
Yeah, it's something that we wanted to see on a lot of alts, but we didn't get it. There's really nothing that we can do here. As a matter of fact, this is an area that we had been eyeing as resistance. So I think doubly there's nothing for us to do with this spot. What's next?
All right, 2 more left for Chico. He wants to look at comp and waves.
Again, there's nothing we can really do with it in this spot. This is an area of resistance for us. There's just no way for us to really catch it here. So this is an area of resistance. If this doesn't hold, then I'd be looking to probably take profit somewhere around 500, 550. If we did pierce up through this, I would look towards that area. But ultimately, it's just, we can't catch it right now. It's either it's just bouncing a little too hard, and that also means most likely it's going to get faded a little bit.
Finally, we have waves.
Making waves.
Getting faded, making waves.
I just don't see it. Yeah, I'm sorry. Like this is a broken up trend. I think you're you see the big move up and you think, oh, we can just continue here. No, we're definitely going back down towards $5 or maybe even $3 on waves. Like with broken up trend like this without a significant pullback, just don't do it. I would be gratefully taking profits on any wave longs that I had that were still running sideways. Not interested in it. What's next?
All right, Chico, that's all your requests knocked out. Next one's from Mr. Ether. He asks, can we do limit USD if there is a charge for it?
I'm pretty sure it's limit swap here, so
That's something that helps you be able to use limit orders on FTX and stuff.
I know you mean Uniswap.
This means Uniswap.
Yeah,
It's a top trading. It is a Uniswap token. Let me know if you need a contract address for
Got
it.
it, dude.
Okay,
got
cool.
I'm just not really sure what we can do with it here. Maybe we broke the downtrend, but I kind of can't tell from where candle bodies are or aren't. This is just a little too volatile right now. It could keep going up. It doesn't look like there's a lot of liquidity here. Yeah, I wouldn't want to trade this just because there's no liquidity. What's next?
All right, there's your look at limit. Thank you for that one, Mr. Ether. Chico Verano wants to look at STMX.
This is like every other chart we've looked at. We've got this break of the downtrend. It's enticing. I would look towards a movement in this area, but I would wait for a continuation long signal. There's nothing we can do with just this up movement right here. There's just no way to catch it. So we need a continuation long signal, or it's just someone else's trade, or at least on my system. You know, maybe you've got a system. So, but for me, there's nothing else for us to do in this time.
All right, sounds like we got to move into the next one. Here is another generous amount of requests from Ali Samil over on YouTube. Hey, Alex, he writes, could you take a look at the following: Doge, EOS, Litecoin, BNB, four different tokens. Let me know how generous you're feeling. Doge, EOS.
Doge still looks like a short, like it did the other day. Yeah, I just to me this looks like a really obvious short at this time. We don't have it on my system. I can't short it, but I think this is pretty clear that we haven't been able to break the resistance here. So Doge, and then EOS, USDT, Litecoin, and them. These are all the same charts. So I don't have anything to say about these things that I kind of haven't already said. We're still waiting on just a more convincing break of just a continuation signal or anything. There's nothing that we can really do in this spot. We've got all these exit signals. So here, Litecoin, USDT, this looks basically the same. I don't have anything special to say on these. We're waiting for a more convincing break of trend here, or some sort of continuation long signal, anything.
All right, sounds like we're ready to get into the next request. Let's take a look here, maybe read a comment or two. Blackbird wrote that he took a baseline bounce on waves, and it's a good trade so far. All right, wish you the best of luck on that particular trade. And let's get into this next request. All right, this was a question much earlier in the show, but Zombieologist on Twitch wrote, can we test $38,000 Bitcoin before we get a push down? What do you think?
No idea.
No idea. All right. Anything's possible. I was hoping for 42 or 45 first, but we shall see. All right, getting into the next request. It's the following for Anyword. He wants to look at DERO. He's asking, is DERO still a buy under $8?
I don't think I ever called DERO a buy below $8. I'm pretty sure I called it a buy as long as it stayed like above 850. Now I would call DERO like convincingly a sell, right? I said it could continue as long as it stays above this $8 range. Now we're below it. So yeah, I definitely did not say DERO's a buy below $8. It sounds like you were watching a different show or something. That does not sound right. So as long as we are above $8 or $9, like this range right here, I don't like it. On the daily, our time transformation is getting a little overextended. Maybe we turn up from here. Maybe this is just like a little bit of a pullback before continuation. But with the weekly the way it is, like I said, we'd have to close back above this line right here for me to want it. Otherwise, I don't. Otherwise, like, I'm a seller in this area. What's next?
All right, there is your DERO for Anyword. Let's look at the next request. All right, it's the following. CryptoBull21 writes, what's going on with EOS these days? Is it a dead project with a $4 billion market cap? No. I think it's a lot more than $4 billion. I mean,
you can do a lot of reading on it. I don't need to explain it to you. I've talked about it on the show. But No, as a matter of fact, there might be a SPAC merging with Block One's Bullish Global. So there's a lot going on behind the scenes. Just
Yep.
I invite you to Google it. What's next?
Indeed. No, EOS, like many of the Ethereum killers, is a pretty quiet place, but I wouldn't discount what goes on behind the scenes, as Alex just pointed out. PolyB is next. PolyB wants to look at PCX.
PCX. Okay. Okay, I see this is going to be one of those charts. Looks really awful here against Bitcoin so far. So basically, for the last few weeks, it's just basically been better to hold Bitcoin ever since ChainX's inception. But here, let's look at the dollar. I suppose if there's an area that we could bounce from, it would be here. This is sort of, the edge of our descending broadening wedge. I just don't see why you would necessarily want it. Look at ChainX Bitcoin. There's been once or twice where it was better to be holding ChainX, but for the most part, over the long term, it's just better to hold Bitcoin. At that point, maybe you should just ask yourself, what you are doing with your time. If it makes sense to be in something besides Bitcoin or Ethereum or just one of the major alts, right? If it's not doing any better, why bother? Why take on all the extra risk if the project's just going to fail, right? Just hold Bitcoin. What's next?
All right, there is your look at PCX for PolyB. Let me look at the time here. We're about 2.5 minutes to go for the chest opening, so I'm going to prepare the chest in just a minute. Make it an extra generous lemon squeezy today, guys. On account of the 4th of July fireworks, we might as well bring some excitement to your door today. In the meantime, I'm going to introduce the next request. CryptoBull21 wanted to look at Atom, Cosmos. He wants to look at Bitcoin and USD pairings, if we may.
This is the same as every other chart we've looked at, buddy. We have this break of the downtrend. It's not very convincing. We need a continuation signal, yada, yada, yada. I've said it 15 times. What's the other one? Bitcoin pairing is...
let's have a look here. Atom, just Cosmos, Atom, BTC, Atom, USD.
Yeah, it was a rhetorical question.
Oh, my mistake, sorry.
Anyway. This one's a little bit more encouraging, but there's also no place for us to really get in here. Maybe you could grab this with your system, though, Jason.
There's a possibility.
Yep. Atom Bitcoin looks pretty decent here.
BTC.
But we just, we need more on the USDT pairings to be able to take any positions yet on anything. And even here on Atom Bitcoin, there's nothing we could take on my system, at least. You would need maybe Jason's system, maybe.
Yeah, and it would have triggered you a couple of days ago, and there were so many that looked the same that I decided to stick with Bitcoin and a few others. So
yeah, I just don't see any reason why you would be in it right here. But sure, it does look like we've broken the downtrend in a more convincing way than a lot of other charts we've looked at. But I don't know. I'm not excited by it. What's next?
All right, we're going to be opening that lemon chest in exactly 15 seconds. So probably by the time you hear me make the statement, it's going to be appearing in front of you. Do keep a look at your D-Live window, sometimes refreshing it might help. So here we go, 5 seconds to go opening it. I'm distributing now. You got 30 seconds to claim, gentlemen. Get your credits in. All right, let me see if I can claim my own. There we go, I see it. I'm claiming. Yes, I managed to claim with my other account. All right. Here we go. Distributing those rewards, guys. Good luck to everyone. Gonna be I put a very generous 1,000+ lemons in the pot today. Let's have a look. All right, lemons have been distributed. Congrats to everybody. Let's have a look at the top winners today. We got Anyword in first place with 240 lemons. Damn, very big win for Anyword. CryptoBull21 with 138 lemons, Taz Blitz with 100, Mike Maker with 79, and yours truly coming in last with 68 lemons. Thank you to everybody who participated, donated lemons. Make sure you put them right back in the pot because you know we give them right back to you. All right, no Rhino today, asks CryptoBull. No Rhino today. We gave someone else a shot at the title. All right. Let's get into the last few requests. We got 15 minutes left in the show. Let's do it. All right. Next request comes by way of Rolo Maximus on DLive. Hey, if there's still time, could you take a look at LYXE, LYXE on KuCoin? I want to buy in lower, he says. All right.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I think you'll get your chance. We don't have a break of the downtrend yet, so if I would save your FOMO until we break the downtrend. Until we do that, then just keep waiting. What's next?
All right. Well, keep waiting for that buy opportunity, Rolo Maximus. Let's get into this next request. What are the last ones on the board? Blackbird 987. Can we look at CELO Bitcoin?
CELO.
He says he took a position around 9,000.
Around here?
Hopefully, you took some profit on that wick. Well, I don't actually know when you got in. Never mind.
9,000 sats.
Yeah, but it could be before that wick, or it could be after that wick.
I think you probably push a little higher towards 11,000 or so, maybe 12,000 or so. Yeah, I don't have much to say about it. You know, it's not a long signal yet on the daily. I just don't really see any reason to necessarily be dumping it yet until we're back near the top of the trading range. Then it makes sense to take some profits there, wait and see what happens. What's next?
All right, Blackbird, there's your look at CELO. Let's get into the final request on the board, and it's going to be ALGO for Mike Maker.
This one looks kind of extra crappy. This one really looks like a weekly rejection, right? The other one's kind of not so sure. This one looks very rejected right here. I'd be looking to pick this back up around 50 cents or so. I don't want it right here. What's next?
Finally, that was the last request, but I think we might have to visit Cardano. Let me just take a quick look at the chat here. Are lemons in Canadian dollars too? Asked CryptoBull21. Not quite, but if they were, they'd be worth absolutely staggering fortunes. All right, so that was the last request on the board. I see another one came in a little late here, but I would like to add Cardano to the list. So we're going to add Cardano, ADA. Quick look at Cardano, if you may.
We did look at it.
Oh, we did? Well then.
No, we didn't. Yeah, I don't see a good reason to be in it. As you can see, we've broken down below the baseline on the weekly. Blah blah blah. Downtrend broken. Not very exciting. I can't say it again. Yeah, we don't have any kind of continuation signal right here. We're still crossed under. Maybe we could retest the top of this range. I would be surprised though. This is looks really done for here on the weekly. Yeah.
All right, that goose is cooked on that time frame. There's your look at Cardano, Crypto Bull 21. Although I'm going to take this opportunity to welcome a new user to the YouTube live chat, Sweet Canary. Welcome to the show. You joined us just as we're beginning to wind things down, but you're in luck. We have some. We still have a couple minutes left, and we're going to certainly accommodate you and your request. If you could, though, of course, follow, do subscribe, maybe even hit that like button. But Sweet Canary in the YouTube chat writes, Tezos Bitcoin, what's TP target midterm? I'm not sure if you meant TP. What to target? I think you meant what to target. So Tezos Bitcoin. Yeah.
Maybe it means take profit.
No, I think what they meant to write is what to target midterm. Thank you. All right, midterm. What are your midterm thoughts on XTZ USD? I think he meant to write 2, not TP, but.
You said XTZ Bitcoin?
Correct.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you what. If we break up from this area, I'd be targeting like 1800 by 2022. I like this area right here, so kind of resistance, support here, support, resistance again. So I'd like to see us back up near this area. And then if we were to break down from this area, God, I don't even know. I guess we could use a trend-based fib extension. We'll see what happens here. Couple places here near 530 and then 91 if that doesn't hold. So I think this area will probably hold. Seems like there's some strong accumulation down here. You see there's a lot of volume being traded at the very least down in this area. That's why I'm inclined to think that we'll probably break up from here. But if Bitcoin takes off versus everything else before the next alt season, then that's not going to happen. What's going to happen is we're just going to go straight down. Anyway, what's next?
Well, that was the last request on the board. Going to just quickly check out the live chat here. Mr. Ether says, I'm feeling very bullish on Cardano still. And let's see here. I also see... Yes, Sweet Canary did clarify, take profit target. Thank you for the welcome. Well, hopefully, even if be misinterpreting your TP, hopefully that TA hit the spot. Let's see here. Jason says he's currently in a ADA trade. Still remains to be seen how that one's going to work out. Macro hold. Are we talking about ADA again? Crypto Bull 21 says macro hodl the ADA. All right. Grayscale certainly seems to think so, says Jason. Yes, indeed. All right. That's it for the comments. Someone mentioning Voyager is offering 6.5% on Bitcoin APR. All right, not too shabby, but I'm not one for letting other people hold my Bitcoin in their custody. Nice. Finally, last question here. I guess I could add this to the request line. It's just a very simple question. It comes from Myself. Myself, shout outs to you. I think you're a fairly new user as far as I can tell. He asks, do you think Bitcoin USD shorts will erect a massive green candle on the daily like it did last week? All right, so he's
I have
talking.
no opinion on that. I mean, I can't even tell you what Price is going to do next week. Let alone can I tell you what the participants on Bitfinex are going to do with regards to their personal trading accounts. So, I'm sorry.
Indeed.
Extreme fears up to 21, so we're getting out here.
We certainly
I
are.
would say it's more likely that shorts get beaten up.
Please. All right. Bob the Builder joined us on YouTube, and he writes, "What's this playlist you guys are playing? It's always you guys are always playing Flame. All right, always playing the fire here in the background. It's just Epidemic Sounds, my man. It's a subscription-based service, specifically for streamers. That's right, royalty-free, copyright-free music is the only thing we can broadcast to you, and that's what you are listening to predominantly on the channel. I think there's a link in the YouTube description below for Epidemic Sounds. You can check it out there. All right, that is basically it. We're going to check out today's poll really quickly, see how the poll is looking. I'm going to rejig the screen very quickly. Here we go. Put this up. Perfect. And let's put the poll on the screen. 1 second here. Boom. All right. Gotta readjust this one bit. Go. All right. Perfect. All right. One last adjustment. I apologize for the delay. Here we go. All right. We are in. Alright, today's poll, of course, is are you expecting any fireworks in Bitcoin or crypto markets over the 4th of July long weekend? 3 options, of course, stand here waiting. Bitcoin will put in a magnificent show, upside rally. Option B, Bitcoin will blow up in our face like bad fireworks, downside prediction. And finally, Bitcoin's going to crawl sideways for a while still. Sideways prediction is option C. Me personally, I'm always bullish. I'm going to vote magnificent rally this weekend. That makes 16 votes, and right now Bitcoin will crawl sideways is leading with 50% of responses, and upside downside options are split down the middle. 25% of respondents feel upside rally is in the cards, while another 25% think we're going to the downside. Bit mixed. Looks like it's official. 100% of respondents think it's going sideways. There's your look at the poll, guys. Be sure, if you haven't already, let me drop the link really quickly. If you haven't yet checked out the poll, here we go. It's just been deposited in the live chat. Hopefully Restream pushes that out to everyone else. If not, let's see if this goes out. All right. Backer Fawaz writes on Twitch, can we have a video explain the indicator you're using? Is this normal RSI? I think you're referring to what, time transformation?
It has nothing to do with RSI. It's time transformation. There is a video that we have that is for our where I go over it, but that's for our members. We've got a similar indicator called the Fisher Transform that's available for free for users. If you just go here and search cracking, there's Ichimoku is free, Fisher Transform is free, exponential moving averages is free, Wadatar is free. So that's down here. This one is also a free indicator. Yeah, so you can if you Google the Fisher Transform, that's mostly what this is. It's look, it's an oscillator. You know, the way it calculates stuff is differently, but it's just particularly good at identifying turning points. So I'll let you do a little bit of research on that.
All right, there you have it. And perfect segue into, if you're interested, there was a nice generous list of our proprietary indicators. Some free, some premium. If you are interested in our indicators, some education material on how to deploy them, how to build your own system, how to become a profitable trader. You can learn all of this and get access to those indicators I just mentioned by going to premium.crackingcryptocurrency.com. Certainly the home for more advanced trading. Up your game significantly. Don't just feel around in the dark. Build a system. Learn how to trade like a boss. premium.crackingcryptocurrency.com is where you can do it. Finally, we have Discord. Discord.crackingcryptocurrency.com is the home of our Discord crypto community for all things trading and then some. I encourage you to join if you haven't already. Discord.crackingcryptocurrency.com. It's also where we have the new content channel, guys. I usually post the timestamps. As soon as the timestamps go up, I update the YouTube description with them. If you want to be kept apprised of the timestamps, keeping your eye on that new content channel, we'll give you a quick crack at it. All right. Pablo Escobar on YouTube writes, can you go over what lemons are? Mr. Ether responds, the lemons are a function of DLive streaming platform. Head over to DLive to educate yourself on them, Pablo Escobar, and don't forget to follow us. Yes, Mr. Escobar, DLive is one of the more popular alt streaming platforms out there next to YouTube, of course. And lemons are just like the native cryptocurrency of DLive. Mostly just for audience engagement. It's used to super chat and
$80,000.
yes, raining lemons on the content creators, and the content creators can give some of it back in giveaways. Just a little crypto mechanic to power the engagement on that platform. All right, guys, how are we doing on time? 3:01, 2 hours in the bag. Another week, another 2-hour Friday installment in your favorite crypto trading podcast. I can't thank everybody enough. Much thanks to Alex and Jason, as always, lead analysts here at CC, holding it down with their signals and market analysis. We have all our mods, of course, from Mr. Ether, Dark Rico, and so many more. Of course, we also have Crypto Bull, who does the timestamps every damn day. Crypto Bull, shoutouts to you. Can't thank you enough for your time stamping. It really does make these 2-hour installments rewatchable on a regular basis. All right. If I forgot anybody, my apologies. A very special thank you, of course, to our audience. We really couldn't do this without you guys. We have a very loyal and amazing audience. You guys make everything pretty much possible. Probably wouldn't want to get up in the morning and do any of this if it wasn't for you guys. You know, the weight, the burden on our shoulders, thanks to all the demonetization, all the shadow banning that goes on in this space, doesn't make it easy to keep going, but you guys do help make it possible. So I thank our audience, and I wish them a very happy and enjoyable 4th of July long weekend. Enjoy your Independence Day, everybody. We're going to wind it down here. Final words to our analysts.
Trade safely. Wait for continuation signals.
Yep. Let your system tell you. I'm going into the weekend here. Might have to exit out of some signals. I just don't know yet. I'll have to wait to close. But make sure you're protecting your capital, because we could get swings in either direction.
All right. See you guys on Monday. Stay safe, everyone. So.
Goodbye.